In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Dear audience, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Khurram Shahzad from National University of Modern Languages, Islamabad. Today I am going to make a video on how to collect the data. Dear students, there are various tools for collecting the data. For example, we have got questionnaires, we have got interviews, we have got observation sheets, and sometimes we have got verbal data through documents we can collect. In this video, I will be talking about questionnaires. I have already said that once you have identified the problem, now you know that what you actually intend to do, and you have operationalized your research objectives and research questions or hypotheses. So now you are in a position to know that what kind of data you need in order to fill the gap. So once you have decided about your methodology, will it be a quantitative research, qualitative research, or mixed method research, it is time that you start to collect the data. You will have to make certain decisions. You need quantitative data or qualitative data. The research tools will remain the same. They are not going to change. But how you are going to construct them, this is very important. So for example, if you intend to use questionnaires, you will have to decide beforehand that what kind of data you actually need. Do you need qualitative data or quantitative data? And how you are going to construct the questionnaire? What are the elements or purposes of the questionnaire? It is not easy, to design a questionnaire. You will have to spend a lot of time to design your questionnaire. Yes, once it is designed, it is easy to administer, and you can administer it to a large number of people, because through email you can administer the questionnaire, through telephone you can administer the questionnaire, or face to face you can go yourself and then you can administer the questionnaire. Every step that you are going to take, it will have pros and cons. First, you need to design the questionnaire and see that whether it is valid and reliable or not. Who are the people who will check the reliability and validity of the questionnaire? A questionnaire is made up of questions or items if it is in the form of statements. So you will have to decide that how you are going to use your theoretical framework and the literature review that you have already done, which is going to help you to develop your questionnaire. So once you have made all these decisions, it is time that you should design the questionnaire. Its validity will be confirmed by the experts in that particular field. They will tell you whether your questionnaire is valid or not. If it is asking what it intends to ask, if it is testing what it intends to test, then it is a valid questionnaire. And reliability will be determined through Cronbach alpha, and you will have to use SPSS. One definition of a questionnaire is a set of questions designed to generate the statistical information from a specific demographic needed to accomplish the research objectives. So if it is quantitative data that you need to collect, so of course statistics will be involved, and you are going to collect a large number of data from a large number of people. Of course, in my previous class, I talked about sampling techniques, and I told you that sample should be the representative of the respondents of the population. So you are supposed to administer your questionnaire to them. A questionnaire design is a long process that demands careful attention. A questionnaire is a powerful evaluation tool and should not be taken lightly, because if your statement of the problem is something else, if the topic of your research is something else, and you are collecting the data about something else, it means your questionnaire is not valid. And if it is not valid, how can you collect the valid data? So decisions have to be very specific. Questionnaire has to be very specific, precise and brief. It should not be asking about those things which are not part of your study. So you are going to, operationalize your questionnaire through your theoretical framework that you have taken. I will be sharing one of the questionnaires with you a little later, and we will be discussing that how that questionnaire is, constructed, and how much time and effort the person has already spent to construct that questionnaire. If you are taking the questionnaire of someone else, you are adopting it, you can use it, no issues. If your department allows it, you can use it. If you are adapting it, if you are modifying the questionnaire which is set by someone else and you are making changes into it, again you will have to determine its validity and reliability. And I have already told you, validity will be determined by the experts in that field, and reliability will be determined by Cronbach alpha. You will have to use SPSS. There will be some other methods of determining the reliability as well. If it is more than 5.5, then your questionnaire is reliable. If it is less than 0.5, then your questionnaire is not reliable. This is the value that Cronbach alpha usually, talks about. The primary purpose of a questionnaire is to extract data from respondents. It is an inexpensive way to gather data from a potentially large number of respondents by email or telephone. It helps to increase speed and accuracy of recording. When properly constructed and responsibly administered, it becomes a very important tool for providing a standardized data gathering procedure. Improper design can lead to incomplete information, inaccurate data, and higher costs. So it has got pros and cons. So you need to understand and differentiate between these two things. So every step that you are taking in the construction of the questionnaire, it plays a very important role. What are the elements of a questionnaire? General introduction. It has a description or purpose of the study. So either a cover letter is attached, or on the very first page or part of the page, you describe the intention of your constructing the questionnaire. So you talk about that what is your study about and why it is important for you to carry out this study. The respondent is assured of confidentiality of information, making clear that there are no wrong or right answers. Honest answers are also requested. Of course, when you are gathering the data through the questionnaire, you should remember that people may give you the wrong answers. So the researcher has to be very clever and very careful in the construction of the data, that what kind of questions you are going to ask and how you are going to collect the honest answers from the respondents. Specific instructions should be there. Question items. Okay. And then of course, you may share your findings with the respondents. Some of the characteristics of good questionnaire. It deals with an important or significant topic. Its significance is carefully stated on the questionnaire on its covering letter. It seeks only that data which cannot be obtained from the resources like books, reports, and records. It is as short as possible, only long enough to get the essential data. But there are no hard and fast rules which can tell that a questionnaire should be composed of 10 questions or 40 questions. It can be of 50 questions or 60 questions, but it should not be very lengthy. As long as it fits your purpose, a questionnaire can be used. If it is that you are going to collect the qualitative data, it means you will be moving for open-ended questions. Through open-ended questions, you cannot make a very long questionnaire. But in closed-ended questions, of course, you can have a long questionnaire as well, and it should fit your purpose. Directions are clear and complete. Important terms are clarified. It is attractive in appearance, nearly arranged and clearly stated or printed. The questions are objective with no clues, hints, or suggestions. Questions are presented in an order from simple to complex, general to specific. Double-barreled questions should be avoided. Now, types of questionnaire. Basically, there are three types of questionnaires: unstructured or open-ended questionnaires, structured, closed-ended questionnaire, semi-structured, mixed questionnaire. Unstructured or open-ended questionnaire is used in qualitative research, where when you are administering it, okay, some of the questions are there, they are there in sequence and order, okay, and you will be collecting the data. So data will be in the form of verbal data, in words, in text. Respondents will be writing their answers, but it means that you are going to collect the qualitative data, and for its analysis you will have to make decisions beforehand. Mostly people go for thematic analysis or content analysis of the questionnaire, or theoretical framework that you have chosen. It can be utilized to analyze that questionnaire. Close-ended question, it can take different forms. It can be a dichotomous questionnaire, multiple choice questionnaire, or scale questionnaire, or metric or contingency questionnaire. And these I will be explaining a little later. Then we can have mixed type of questionnaire, semi-structured questionnaire. It can contain open-ended as well as closed-ended questions. Dear students, this is the questionnaire that I am going to share with you. It is a semi-structured questionnaire. Most of the questions are closed-ended, but it has got different kinds of things in it that I will be explaining as I will be exploring this questionnaire. And then some of the questions are open-ended as well. And I have talked about dichotomous questionnaire. It means it will have only two options, yes or no option, true or false option. Multiple choice questionnaire, it means it will have more than 2 or 3 choices. It can have contingency questions. For example, if in the previous question the person has attempted the answer of that question, then he should move to the next question. Otherwise, he is going to leave the next question and move on to the other next question. So that will be, different kind of questions that you can put in questionnaire. That was contingency question. Student background, name optional. First of all, topic is written, purpose of the research is written, gender, male or female. So it is dichotomous, only 2 options are there, male or female, true or false, yes or no. Then there is age. In age we have 20 to 22, 23 to 24, 25 to 30, or more than 30, for example. So it means that multiple choices are there. So when multiple choices are there, it will be a multiple choice closed-ended questionnaire. Again, all the questions are there. So you will have to give the options, and the respondent is supposed to select out of those options one of the options. Do you like the product of ABC Corporation? Yes or no? So this is dichotomous question. Another options I have already told you, yes, no, true, false, agree, disagree. These can be the 2 categories that you can offer in dichotomous questionnaire. Multiple choice. So you can see 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 25 minutes, more than 25 minutes, multiple choice questionnaire. Likert scale or Likert questionnaire. Likert questions can help you ascertain how strongly your respondents agree to a particular statement. Such type of questions also help you assess how your customers feel towards a certain issue, product or service. ABC Corporation's products have to improve on quality. This is the statement. So either you strongly agree or you just agree, neither agree or disagree, disagree or strongly disagree. So this is the Likert scale. So 5 options are there. So respondent is supposed to select only one option. So you will have to determine later on that how you are going to, analyze this data. Some decisions you will have to make beforehand and some later on. So another Likert scale, to assess a person's feelings about something, express your views on the following aspects of smoking. Question, essay, strongly agree, A, agree, UD, undecided, D, disagree or strongly disagree, SD. Smoking is injurious to health. Cigarettes contain nicotine. Those who smoke looks charming. Smokers can impress people. So these are the statements and these are the options. Bipolar closed-ended questions. Bipolar questions are those having two extreme answers written at the opposite ends of the scale. The respondents are asked to mark their responses between these two. How would you describe the services of XYZ Corporation? Efficient, inefficient. So options are given. 5 options are there. So between these two extremes, the respondent is supposed to choose one option. Fast and slow, 2 extremes are given. Reliable and unreliable, 2 extremes are given. So this is bipolar question. Please state your opinions on national health insurance on the scale below. Interesting and boring, 2 extremes are there. Very much, somewhat interesting, neither interesting nor boring, somewhat boring, very much boring. So this is how question can be constructed in the questionnaire. Matrix. A matrix question is usually a multiple choice question presented on a grid, and it is one of the most popular question types in online and traditional pen and paper surveys. How satisfied or dissatisfied are you with each of the following? So options are, statements are given. The interaction with the sales staff, this is the statement. Very satisfied, somewhat satisfied, neither satisfied nor dissatisfied, somewhat dissatisfied, and very dissatisfied. So these are the options given. And contingency question, a question that is answered only if the respondent gives a particular response to a previous question. This avoid asking question to people that do not reply to them. Do you smoke? First the person says yes or no. If he says yes, then he will move to the next question. Otherwise, next question is not for him. If yes, about how many times do you smoke? Once, 2 to 5 times, 6 to 10 times, 11 to 20 times, more than 20 times in a day. So dear students, I have talked about different types of questionnaires. There are 3 types of questionnaires: open-ended, closed-ended, and mixed. In open-ended, how do you see the department of this university? What kind of facilities are available in this department? How do teachers serve you in this department? So these are very open-ended questions. So detailed answer is required. So detailed, a lot of space will be given for the respondent to answer. Open-ended answer, verbal data will be collected. So you will be going for thematic analysis. And if bipolar, contingency, dichotomous, multiple choice questionnaire is constructed, so only limited options are given and the respondent is supposed to select from these options. So it means that you will be moving towards statistical analysis. So data will be given, values will be given, codes, and then those codes will be input in SPSS or some other program, and statistical analysis will be carried out. Diagrams or tables will be generated and description will be given, and then analysis and interpretation will be carried out on that data. And if it is mixed method, so of course open-ended as well as closed-ended questions will be added in the questionnaire. Look at this questionnaire now. Class, semester, location. It is about communicative competence and how it is theorized. The concept of communicative competence, it is broken down into different kinds of competencies, and then about each and every competence question is asked. Linguistic competence, socio-cultural competence, cognitive competence, and questionnaire is prepared. Did you study parts of speech? Yes, no, no idea. Multiple choice is given. Did you study tenses? Yes, no, no idea. Multiple choice is given. Did you study subject and verb agreement? I am, he is, you are. Subject and verb agreement is explained here. Yes, no, no idea. Did you study compounding, combining 2 separate words to make a single form, such as wallpaper? Yes, no, no idea. Multiple choice questionnaire is prepared here. Now look at question number 15. What do you know about cohesion? Please explain. So little bit open-ended answer is required from the respondent. Did you study about Deixis? Yes, no, no idea. If yes, question number 7 you should attempt. What do you know about Deixis? Please explain. Did you study the concept of coherence in writing? Yes, no, no idea. If yes, please go to question number 19. So contingency question is given here. What do you know about coherence? Please explain. So this is how questionnaire is developed. Its validity and reliability, they are determined. And before administering the questionnaire, pilot study is carried out. Let's say your sample is of 300 people. So at least to 30 students, you should administer this questionnaire. In pilot study, you should collect the data, and then its validity is determined. If they are telling you that these are the issues with this questionnaire, improve the questionnaire. Ask the expert what do they say about the questionnaire, and then put the data in the SPSS and determine its reliability through Chromback Alpha. Dear students, in our today's class, we have talked about only one tool of data collection, that is questionnaire. I have talked about where to use questionnaire, how to construct a questionnaire, what are the elements of questionnaire, what are different kinds of questionnaire, and how questionnaire is to be piloted, and how its validity and reliability, it is determined. Thank you very much.